Hey guys, Mike here with Mike's Bags, and today I've got a review of the Black Ice by SubZero Bag Company. Now, if you've never heard of SubZero Bag Company or you want to know more about them, go check out the review I just put up a few days ago on the wind chill. At the very beginning, I talked about SubZero and gave a little more information. I'm going to assume you've already seen that, and I don't want to bore you with the same details again, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the bag review. We'll start with the design here, the Black Ice. This is a Game of Thrones themed bag. Even the back there with the winter is coming. It has the SubZero logo on it. Love the logo. Very simple, very clean, very easily identifiable. It's a great logo. If you are not a Game of Thrones fan, don't worry. This is not the standard design. SubZero does small releases on their Facebook page of bags. Each one's a little different theme, a little different colorway, a little different design. So if you don't like one, wait, you might like the next one. If you've got a design or a theme or a colorway or something in mind of what you want, reach out to SubZero. Send a message. Say, hey, this is what I'm kind of looking for in the Black Ice. I bet he can work with you, something you're going to love. Now, as far as the bag goes, the materials and all, guys, this is a Viper through and through. That's what we got here. Fast side is the Viper fast side. Same material, crazy fast. It's one of my favorite fast side materials. Will push through anything. Super hole friendly. It's just a great material. 9-speed on that. Slow side, Viper slow side, except it doesn't have the dots on it. It is a 7-speed. Again, it's super fast. It'll push through a lot of things on the board. Crazy hole friendly. It's just a great material. Now, if you haven't seen the video I did on the Viper, go check it out. If you have, you'll know how much I absolutely love this bag. One of my favorite fast bags. It's a bag I typically carry in my backpack most of the time. My one gripe or issue with this bag are these dots. I don't like these speed control dots that Ultra uses. I just don't like the way they feel. I don't know if they really do anything. I think they're more of a gimmick than they are benefit to the playability of it. I know a lot of you sent messages to me saying, oh, once you play with the Viper for a while, they wear down, they almost go away, you don't feel them. And I get that. I've had older Vipers. My whole argument is, if I got to play with this till I wear them down, why start with them in the first place, right? I even made a plea to Ultra saying, hey, make me a Viper without the dots. I want to give it a shot. Ultra didn't do that, but SubZero did. They made me a Viper without the dots. Again, same materials on both sides, just no dots. The template, this is a larger template, same size template as the Viper. Again, you've seen the theme here, right? Same template as a Viper. It's the fill, it's the same thickness as a Viper, just about, if not the same exact amount of fill in there. The SubZero Black Ice here uses that flat disc fill that you're seeing more and more out because it gives it a great hand feel. Cornhole Scenario fans, cats use it. They use it in their cat bags, all their bags. The Deadhead uses it. Buffalo Board uses it. Lucky Bags use it. And the Surefire, the Pro Sniper. A lot of bags are going more and more to this because people like the way it feels. It feels more fluid. You don't feel the lumps and chunks of that bead fill that you get in some of the other bags. The one thing I'll note is Ultra uses a mostly flat disc fill in their bags. However, feeling through their bags, they do have some beads mixed in. There is a mixture. It's mostly flat disc. There's a few beads mixed in, where from what I can tell, SubZero is 100% flat disc. I'm fully speculating here because I haven't opened up either one of these bags. I don't plan on opening them up. But I do feel some beads here I don't here. Now, what difference does that make? I don't know if it makes any difference at all, honestly. From throwing this bag, I don't feel any difference. I mean, to me, this plays just like a Viper. I can't feel any difference. So I really don't know if that matters to you. I just want to make a mention of that. Now, as far as playability, again, this is a super fast bag. 7-9 speed. This is not a bag you're really going to play a dirty style game with. This is a bag that you're just going to put bag after bag in the hole and try to outscore your opponent. If your opponent throws a block, you're either going to push through it and collect it, you're going to sneak around it with a kind of a cut or a sneak around, or you're going to airmail over it. This is not a bag that you're going to flop or roll. This bag has got some flop to it. It's pretty floppy. I mean, again, about the same flop as you get in the Viper, right? It's not too floppy, but it goes right to that line of being almost too floppy, just shy of crossing over. It's pretty floppy, but it is a larger template bag, so you're going to get floppiness to it. I don't have a problem with it. I actually like the amount of flop in there. But that does tend to lead to it not wanting to roll. That, to me, typically, I need a smaller, fuller bag to get that bag to roll. The other thing is that flat disc is way more forgiving than the beads are. So when this bag hits the board, it wants to just flatten out and go right up the board. It has very little kick to it. It just lands super softly, whereas your bead-filled bags you want to kind of hit, and they want to kind of bounce and move and slide side to side. This just hits, flattens out, and slots right up the board. So again, not really a dirty style bag Not necessarily a dirty board style gameplay you're going to have with this. You can throw a blocker from time to time. You can finesse it. Or if you have a higher, softer throw, you can throw a blocker with this 7-speed material, especially if the boards get a little slower. But again, most of the time, I'm collecting with the slow side. The only time I flip it over is if the boards are really sticky, or if I've got more than one bag to collect. If there's 2 or 3 or 4 bags piled up, yeah, I'll go slick side and just push right through or blow through them, or try to collect. If there's 2 of my bags up, I can collect them both this fast side. If there's 1 of my bags there, or opponents, and I just want to go through it, I'm still probably going slow side. 99% of the time, I'm throwing slow side. Again, very rarely do I flip it over, but it is nice to have this faster material when I do need to push through a bigger pile. Again, playability, if you're familiar with the Viper, and I'm sure most of you are, I mean, this is such a great bag. It's been around for a long time. A lot of people played with it. If you're familiar with the Viper at all and the way you play, that's what you're getting here. It's everything that I love about the Viper, minus the one thing I don't, those dots. So all in all, I absolutely love this bag. I'm a huge fan of it. Why do you need this bag? Well, it's kind of the same reason that I mentioned the wind chill and the Costello, right? This has got an ACL stamp on it. There's a lot of backlash now with the ACL and their new regulations for stamps and the amount they're charging. A lot of companies are kind of upset. They feel like it's more of a crash grab, or more of a cash grab for the ACL. I don't want to get into that right now in the moment, but there's a lot of backlash on that. There's a lot of tournaments now that are saying, hey, you can't use stamp bags. If you're a Viper thrower and all you ever play in is ACL, you can get away with this. But for most of us, we play in events that aren't ACL sanctioned events, and some of those now are going to say you can't use a stamp bag. That's where this comes in, right? Stamp ACL events, you can pull this out. Non-ACL events, pull this out. Or ACO events, you'll pull this black ice out, and you don't have to change your game style at all. It's the same bag. It's going to play the same, right? So that's where I think they complement each other really well. Plus, price-wise, these right now are $80 a set shipped to your door. The Viper is going to run you... They've been doing some sales on releases. That's kind of last year, like $120, $125 plus you'll pay $10 to $15 shipping on them. I think they retail closer to like $140, $150. So you can almost get 2 sets of these for 1 set of those. The value is so much better in this black ice than the Viper that if you're not playing ACL events, I would 100% say go with the black ice. Don't even put the money in the Viper. The only time you get the Viper is if you need an ACL stamped bag, right? So all in all, I love the black ice. It's a great bag. It's actually what I wanted the Viper to be. The black ice is what I always hoped the Viper would be for me. So again, if you're a fastback thrower, if you're a Viper thrower, if you like a faster, larger template bag, you're gonna love the black ice. Go check it out. Reach out to SubZero and tell him what you're looking for in the bag, and I bet he can come up with something you're gonna love. So all in all, great bag. Really looking forward to where SubZero is going from here. I'm looking forward to trying some more of his bags as well and just seeing if they hold up to what this and the wind chill do. So again, guys, I appreciate the support and thank you so much for watching.